Hi everyone, and welcome back to Curiosity Corner. We are going to start a brand new series about seeds in trees and some of the wonderful discoveries that we're going to make outside. And so we wanted to be outside as much as the weather will allow us. Today we're up at Simpson Reed Grove off Walker Hole in Del Norte County at Jed Smith State National Park. It's a great, easy walk. And so you might hear people behind us, but they might even stop and listen to our story. I'm very glad you're with us today. This story is called A Seed is Sleepy. And it's a story written by Dianna Hutts Aston. And all of the beautiful pictures are by Sylvia Long. And Sylvia Long has a daughter-in-law which lives in Del Norte County. Can you believe that? Wait till you see the pictures. I love teaching kids and learning about seeds myself. This is a fun page because there are seeds here. Seeds travel all different ways. Well, that's a story for another day. But today, let's explore some seeds together. A seed is sleepy. It lies there tucked inside its flower, on its cone or beneath the soil, snug and still. A seed is secretive. It does not reveal itself quickly, and anyone who's grown plants knows that. Seeds can take a long time, and you have to be patient, but miracles are happening inside that seed. Most seeds sleep through a season or maybe 2 seasons waiting for the warmer temperatures of springtime. Some of them take their time, sometimes even 10 years. Can you imagine being that patient to see what the seed is? A seed is fruitful. 90%, that's almost 100% of all the plants on our planet Earth are flowering plants. Flowering plants produce fruit. Fruits of all shapes and textures. Some of them keep the seeds inside them cozy until they've found the right place to grow. Like strawberries, they have their seeds on the outside. That's kind of strange, isn't it? Or papayas with their dark black seeds, Texas bayberry, and blueberries, and Indian almonds, all kinds of fruit. So delicious, all start from seed. We're going to talk about this one when we talk about seeds and how they move from one place to another. That's called the devil's claw, and it's a seed. I know, it's weird, but it's a seed. A seed is naked, right? Yes, scientists called gyrosperm seeds the ones that have nothing around them, no fruit around them. Most of these seeds hide themselves inside scales or cones, like pines, like redwood trees, like where we are, and they make a dash to the ground. So when that cone falls down to the ground, that's when the seed makes contact with the soil and it can grow. Who would guess that a seed so small, and boys and girls, this is even bigger than they actually are, could grow into the world's tallest tree? A redwood, a coastal redwood sea is about the size of a freckle, if you can believe that. And from something the size of a freckle, we can grow these beautiful, magnificent coastal redwood trees. So if we're looking, because here we are, people come from all over the world. Did you know that? They come from all over the world to see our coastal redwood trees along the Oregon and California coast. because they only grow here and because they're exciting and fabulous and so very tall. This is a person that you can see so tiny compared to these trees. We have some trees in some of the groves in our national and state parks that are over 300 feet tall. Can you imagine that? People aren't even 10 feet tall, are they? Our coastal redwood trees are the tallest in the world. Seeds can come in many sizes. Here is an orchid seed. Oh, such a beautiful flower. It is the smallest of all. There might be 1,000,000 seeds, 1,000,000 in one pod of an orchid seed. A seed is adventurous. That's right. Some of them fly, some of them drop, some of them are carried, some of them are drug along. It must strike out on its own in search of a less crowded place to put down its roots. Kind of like boys and girls when they grow up. Sometimes they leave their house and they go all over for adventures. Well, seeds do that too. A parachute, like a dandelion, you've done that. Where you blow, you're blowing all those seeds around and they're catching in the wind and they're flying to a new home. Oh, and I love these kind of maple seeds. I used to call them helicopter seeds when I was a little girl. They fly down and they don't just come straight down, they spin. Isn't that amazing? Some seeds drift or float on the ocean currents from one shore far away to another land. They have enough air inside them to help them float. Isn't that amazing? And their thick protective shells keep the seawater out so the salt won't bother them. And of course a coconut is the biggest example of that. It's a big seed and it can float for very far. Now a seed is inventive. That means it's creative on how it moves. To find a spot to grow, a seed might leap from its pod. And I have some in my garden, a plant that I was weeding an area, and guess what? I grabbed it and those things popped out all over those seeds, and I didn't like that plant. I didn't want that plant in my garden, but those seeds wanted to be there. Sometimes seeds will cling to your shoelace, and I have a quick story about, Velcro that sometimes we use on our shoes, how one side has those pokey things up and one side's fuzzy. Well, once upon a time, there was a man walking with his sheep who has fuzzy, well, it could have been a dog. I think it's a dog with fuzzy fur. So he's walking with that, and guess what happened? When he got home, he noticed all these seeds were stuck to his dog's fur. And he looked at those seeds and he said, those seeds are sharp. So if I have something sharp and something fuzzy and put them together, they stick. And that is how Velcro came about, from someone who was curious about some seeds. Sometimes seeds tumble through an animal's belly and they drop to the ground and they grow where they grow. A seed is generous. It gives the baby plant or embryo a little coat around them to keep them warm. Here is a bean. Bean is a great seed to learn about seeds to grow one. So in just 2 days, that is happening. And then you can see by 4 days, it's sprouted up, dropped its coat, and it's going out in the world. And 1 week later, it starts to get some leaves. And by 1 month, it has a lot more leaves. And by 5 weeks, which is, by 4 weeks, it's ready. By 5 weeks, you have a bean that you can eat. Now, sometimes we eat the seed part of the plant. Sometimes we eat the bark part of the plant. Sometimes we eat the fruit part of the plant. That's probably the most delicious. But plants can offer you all sorts of parts, which are all nutritious. But you need to know what you're eating. So solve your curiosity and figure that out. Some seeds can even be ancient. Not all seeds are eager to germinate or grow. Some have lain dormant, which means they're sleeping for a very long time, more than 1,000 years. The oldest known seed to sprout from an extinct plant came from a palm tree. Someone found that seed as they were studying the ruins, and they planted it and it grew. Can you imagine how surprised they were? I think that's amazing. A seed is thirsty and it's hungry, so you know what you need to do when you're looking for seeds or starting to grow seeds. You need to plant it in good soil. You need to give it water. And one more thing, a little bit of sun doesn't hurt. A seed is very clever too, because plants make their own food, but through a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. So it takes light and there's a change. Photosynthesis. Inside plant leaves are cells that contain chemicals that can absorb the sunlight. And the light gives them energy that they need to turn that water and carbon dioxide, which is a gas in our air, into food. It's an amazing thing. It makes them bright green and very happy. A seed is sleepy, but only until it's found a place in the sun and it has its breakfast and a little drink of water, and then a seed is. Awake. These are some of my favorite flowers, and all my friends who know me know that I love sunflowers for so many reasons. I love to look at them, and I love to eat them. What? Yes, sunflower seeds are some of my favorites. These sunflower seeds already have their little coat off, and they are ready to munch on. They are delicious and so good for us. So I hope you will use this book and this time to look around and look for some seeds. In a minute, I'm going to show you some other kinds of seeds that we eat, and also the seeds that come in packages. So stay with us. Hi everybody. We're going to look at some of the seeds that are in our pantry at the kitchen, and some that we buy at the hardware store, and what we're going to plant. Now these in the kitchen we're going to use in recipes, but the little black thing down there isn't pepper. It's a poppy seed, and we eat those. There's some other sesame seeds in there that are white and kind of oval. We also have, in my pantry, I have mustard seeds. And mustard seeds still have their little coat on them, but we eat them like that. Not raw, like sunflower seeds we can eat even with its coat on, but the mustard seed we put into like soups and dishes, and so you can see it says mustard seed. Now this is some chili from New Mexico, and right here we have some seeds. They're flat, and these are chile verde or green chili pepper seeds, and these are delicious. Again, not to just chew on, but to cook with. So these are the green ones. Do you think the red ones will be red? Let's look. Oh, they are. Look at that. They are red and look like powder almost, or flakes. These are delicious. My family loves to put red chili flakes in our meals. Now, when you go to you want to decide, what am I going to grow in my garden this year? So you need two things. You're going to need to find a packet of seeds, and you can find a packet of seeds in the hardware store. You can find it in nurseries. That's kind of a cool name, isn't it? Nursery, where small things are that grow. And you maybe want to remember what you planted, because sometimes when you put your treasured seeds in the soil, you might forget what you planted. So it's always a good idea to get a grown-up to help you and put the name of the seed down so you don't forget. See, this little package right here is something that my husband has a big garden, and these are jalapeno seeds, and he chose these seeds because they grew really well. So after he ate the jalapeno, he saved his seeds, and he's going to grow some more. He also likes to grow cucumbers. We make pickles out of those, plus we eat them. Let's take a peek at what the seed looks like. Oh, hey, that kind of looks like a pumpkin seed. Because guess what? It's related, because this seed, a zucchini, is a squash, and so is a pumpkin, and so are many other pumpkin, other kinds of squash seeds that you'll find. These are easy to plant. Oh, there are some that are not, like yummy carrots. I love carrots. I don't love to plant carrots. You'll see why. Look at this. Carefully open it. I'm not even going to open the whole package because carrot seeds are so small. Here they come. I hope there's no wind that comes out, because they're going to come out really fast. Oh, these are the red ones. So these are the kind we buy because they're easier to sow. So the seed is actually inside that red jacket. So because, it's hard to hold on to them. You hold on to one little seed like that and you put it in the ground, and not very deep either. But yeah, I thought I had the other ones. But we have beets, which are delicious. Take a look at that seed really quick. Maybe really quick. Here we go. Oh, there's a carrot seed. Boy, those are strange looking, aren't they? They're all kind of balled up. But this is a delicious, delicious vegetable called a beet that you can grow from the seed as well. Now, I think I found my other carrots that don't have the thing around them. Here they are. This will be our last seed to show you. See, the packaging is even hard for me to get opened. Here we go. All right, hold your breath. We don't want this to fall out. See how small they are? Oh, they're tiny. Oh, they're tiny. They're just like a freckle. And some people plant more than 2 or 3 in one area, and then both grow up, and you pick out the best one. No matter how you do it, I hope you explore with seeds this month and next month, and you will be so happy, because a seed is just sleepy, but always ready for you to discover them. Just one of the very curious things that we have on our planet, ways to grow fruits and vegetables that are delicious and nutritious for us. Until we see each other again next time, thank you for watching Curiosity Corner. And remember, stay curious, because the world is a wonderful place.